4 will be Maria Sola Dubreuil. And we'd like to call out Richard Rusa to do the presentation.
Well, it is a great honor to be introducing Maria Soler Dubreuil. I was introduced to Maria by her late father, Jose A. Soler. Jose,
yes.
Jose was always adamant about getting the A correct. So I want to make sure I emphasize that. Jose was a great comrade and a very important freedom fighter who lived in your community. In the United States, he was a tremendous freedom fighter and internationally. Jose was very active in the struggle for the independence of Puerto Rico. Jose was very active in struggles in the Southwest as well as the anti-apartheid movement. For those of you who want to know more, and you should, he lived in your community. There's an archive of his life at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. When Jose brought Maria into my home, I was nervous because she already held celebrity status, in my mind, given all that her father shared about her. She's a basketball star. I always wanted to play basketball, but my height would not approve. She is a well-known model who lives in Miami currently. But what most fascinated me about Maria is her sharp intellect. Her father, Jose Soler, I'm getting to the athletic side now. But her father grew up playing with pros at the famous Rucker Park in Harlem. He played with a lot of players who went pro, such as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He played basketball at the University of New Mexico. And, by the age of 3, Maria had a mini basketball. And she started playing league basketball at the age of 7 in a co-ed league at Pocasset Elementary. Maria was really tall very early on and dominated against all the boys. Her dad made her practice constantly in the driveway. She hated practicing and wanted to be a model, and Jose would always say that Lisa Leslie is a ball player and a model. Right? Every summer she attended the UMass Dartmouth All-Star Camp. This is where she learned and mastered the fundamentals of the game, winning several competitions each year, such as one-on-one, free throws, and three-point shooting contests. Her father, Jose, coached the teams she was on alongside coaches such as John Souza and Ron Began. Tiverton Junior All-Stars in a team. She also played on a team called Subway until she went to high school. During high school, she graduated from camp and joined 2 AAU teams, younger and older division for the Rhode Island Hurricanes, where she traveled, played during spring, summer. She went to Tennessee, Vegas, Maine, to name a few places. She was then invited to compete at the United States Junior Nationals as a sophomore. Essentially, she played basketball all year, around from the age of 7 up until she graduated high school. When in high school, she was the only freshman on varsity. Maria was always super athletic. When she wasn't playing basketball, she was in the neighborhood playing kickball, rollerblading, swimming, wrestling, street hockey, and football with the neighborhood kids. She was also a very fast runner. Freshman year, she started playing field hockey, a sport she knew nothing about. Eventually ended up being one of the leading scorers for the Rhode Island League alongside teammates such as Melissa Milo, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Melissa, and Melissa Camara. I want to say, Maria, I know that your father would be extremely thrilled to be here today. I'm very proud of you, and I can feel his presence, in this space, as well as your mother. And I want to congratulate you on this spectacular achievement. Congratulations.
you, Ricardo. Thank you for the introduction and the overall support, friendship over the years. I want to start by congratulating the fellow inductees for the class of 2022. It's an incredible achievement. Thank you to the entire Tiverton High School athletic community for voting to include me in this year's induction. To all my friends and family who came here tonight, thank you so much. It's incredible that you're supporting me during this special moment. And thank you for all the love, support, and friendship you showed my father and myself over the years. Words cannot describe the gratitude I have for your presence tonight. I'd like to dedicate this achievement to my mom, Grace Dubreuil, and to my father, Jose Soler. Both paved the way for me to achieve all my athletic achievements as well as academic achievements. Don't make me cry. I played basketball ever since I can remember, and after moving to Rhode Island at the age of 7, my dad quickly became a coach for a bunch of my Tiverton recreational as well as junior basketball leagues. And he made it possible for me to also attend UMass Dartmouth All-Star basketball camps every summer, where I would learn those fundamentals, such as that famous pick and roll, how to shoot, how to box out, all of the basics. Aside from camp and games at Picasset, he would practice with me all the time in the driveway. He would run drills with me. He would make me practice all the fundamentals until I got it right. And then he would try to toughen me up while playing one-on-one. I can't say that I was always down for that part, but I think it ended up working in the long run. During my Picasset days, I was super timid and afraid to drive to the basket. I would go on a breakaway and then stop right under the net and be afraid to shoot. So his tough love and support was crucial because later on in life, I would compete with 2 highly competitive AAU teams as well as go to war in the paint alongside Ashley Sanford with opponents much, much bigger than us, especially Portsmouth and Middletown, but that's another story. And I'll never forget starting high school and trying out for basketball. I remember trying out, and varsity coach Murray at the time, I believe, had a full senior starting line, and it was really tough for the younger girls because we wanted, to overtake the seniors. So as a freshman, I was a swinger player, meaning I was JV and also varsity. But I wanted more than anything, obviously, to be just varsity, right? But as we all know in this room, Coach Murray wasn't the one to just hand it to you on a silver platter. You had to work hard for it and prove yourself. Once he brought me onto varsity full time, I had to prove myself again, now for playtime and also a starting position. And the entire team worked extremely hard for this, but it ended up being 4 sophomores as well as myself who ended up eventually taking over the starting line and becoming one of the youngest starting lineups in the league. Yeah. So I want to thank you to Coach Murray for giving me that chance as a freshman and allowing me to prove myself to be able to conquer that and just excel in the Tiverton High School varsity basketball, for making it possible for me to have a great 4-year varsity career and the chance to be able to finish with a career high of 1,206 points. I really appreciate it. And I had a great 3 years with the older girls, but of course some of my craziest memories was when I was a senior. For instance, the winning in triple overtime against Portsmouth, that was I'll never forget that. It was super intense, as you all can imagine, Portsmouth. Nailing a 3-point buzzer beater at Prout for the win, and then of course scoring the 1,000 points, right? Because that's not your everyday thing. Hitting that milestone at home was very special and one of my most proudest moments, not only for myself, but for my family. And I'll never forget it. I remember being told I had 998 points, I think at the beginning of the game, and I went up for a layup, got fouled, but I missed. So then I thought to myself, this is it. Like, this is it, I'm gonna hit 1,000. I was 77% from the free throw line, but all of that went out the window because my nerves got the best of me. So I shot, missed the first, of course, but made the second, bringing me to 999. And then a few minutes later, I scored a layup on a breakaway, bringing me to 1,001. I'll never forget the celebratory reaction from all of my teammates, friends, family, and classmates. It was such a special moment. And it was special to celebrate with my teammates because these were the girls that I grew up playing basketball with from a very young age. Girls that I played CYO with. On the subway team, I played the junior and rec leagues with them. So it was very, very special to celebrate with them. And then furthermore, it was extremely fulfilling to see how proud my parents were and to remember all of the hard work and adversities that led up to that moment. And basketball was really all I knew, aside from your typical 90s sports like the street hockey and kickball and all of that. But all of that changed one day in 8th grade when Coach Byrne suggested that I try out for field hockey, and I was like, hockey in the grass? What do you mean? I can only use one side of the stick. Had no idea about the sport, no idea on how to play it all. I was like, okay, I'll give it a go. Fortunately for me, in the year 2000, I would join a championship team that had an incredible win streak of 66 games. So, I was constantly surrounded by the top players of Rhode Island for field hockey, so I quickly learned the game, and I was, in addition to that, playing with those teammates, I was led by Coach Byrne and also Coach Dias. So with the coaching and then the top players of Rhode Island, I was able to really, really excel and learn that sport. If there's a few things that sport taught me, it was major discipline, hard work, dedication, teamwork, and how much I really, really, really enjoyed hot chocolate, because playing in the snow, we would go all the way to the championship, so it was like 30 degrees and we're running out there in short sleeves and shorts. So I'm grateful to have been a part of the 2000 Tiverton High School field hockey team, and extremely honored to have been a part of their induction into the Hall of Fame back in 2018. So special thanks to Coach Byrne for introducing me to the fun and new challenge, and then also thank you to Coach Dias for giving me the opportunity to learn, grow, and excel in the sport. Accomplishments aside, though, I would really like to take the time to remember what it was like to be a part of a team. I'll really cherish the moments when our team would simultaneously hit our field hockey sticks against the roof of the bus while approaching the field, or how our team created an entrance to the gym by dribbling out to Eye of the Tiger. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar once said, "One man can be a crucial ingredient on a team, but one man cannot make a team." So with that being said, I'd like to thank all my teammates from both Tiverton and AAU for the great and memorable journey. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you to all my friends and family for the support along the way. Special thanks to those that are here tonight, and most of all, thank you to my father, Jose Solar, who devoted all the time, love, and support in making it even possible for me to stand up here tonight. One of his final wishes before he passed has just come true. Thank you.